Let's get into it. President Donald Trump warned there will be troops everywhere when asked if he will take more action if the LA protests continue to rage amid fears that martial law may be declared. It's my personal opinion that he's using LA for his "we're being invaded" defense for the Alien Enemies Act. But that's just my assessment at this point. Let me know yours, but let's continue. In a directive Saturday, Trump invoked a legal provision allowing him to deploy federal service members when there is a rebellion or danger of a rebellion against the authority of the government of the United States. In Trump's mind, that just means we don't agree with him. Because this is the same man that's saying that the people of California agree and want what he's doing as they're actively protesting against him. Okay. We're going to have troops everywhere, Trump said after touching down on Air Force One in New Jersey on Sunday. We are not going to let this happen to our country. It came as Bernie Sanders issued an 8-word verdict on Trump's handling of the crisis. Early on Saturday, Trump wrote on Truth Social, you know, that place where truth goes to die and is never resurrected. But I digress. Great job by the National Guard in Los Angeles after 2 days of violence, clashes, and unrest. The National Guard wasn't even there yet when he put up that post. Just, full context. We have an incompetent governor, Newsom, and Mayor Bass, who were, as usual, just look at how they handled the fires, and now they're very slow permitting disaster. Federal permitting is complete, unable to handle the task. These radical left protests by instigators and often paid troublemakers will not be tolerated, Trump added. Also, from now on, masks will not be allowed to be worn at protests. What do these people have to hide and why? Again, thank you to the National Guard for a job well done. But you didn't even have provisions for the National Guard because once again, you have the National Guard sleeping on the ground and they don't have enough water, food, no nothing. But you don't want masks worn by protesters, but it's okay for ICE agents and every other federal law enforcement officer that you've allowed to be pulled from their posts and out of their scope to help. While still telling people that residents, as you would call them, undocumented immigrants, don't work, but you're going to job sites to have them apprehended. You're claiming that they don't contribute to the economy, but you're using the IRS to get their information. Interesting. Interesting. And you're talking about how California handled the wildfires, but how are you handling natural disasters right now? Especially in places where they, as you put it, Trump, overwhelmingly voted for you. You're saying that the people gave you a mandate, but what are you giving the people? Heartburn, indigestion, mental health crises, high blood pressure, stress, anxiety, empty bank accounts, a shrinking economy, decreasing support globally, isolation from global trade. On Saturday, Immigration and Customs Enforcement raids intensified in the area following demonstrations at a federal detention center where police used tear gas and flashbangs and detained a union leader. Now, people keep talking about, the city burning down. Flashbangs are flammable. Border Patrol agents donned riot gear and gas masks as they stood watch outside an industrial park in Paramount, releasing tear gas among the crowd and onlookers and demonstrators who lined the sidewalk, some heckling the officers while filming the scene on their phones. So your way of dealing with people heckling you and taking video of you is escalating the situation. Sounds about racist and white and unhinged. Well, we now know unequivocally the Trump administration, they are their ancestors, brutal savages. And for those of y'all that are against immigration, especially the wrong way, how are you supporting a president who wants to be a dictator whose entire family lineage regards immigration the wrong way? I would say I would wait on responses, but you probably didn't make it this far into the video. You're probably already rage commenting or reporting this video. But it'll be up on other platforms. Links in the bio. Mwah!